IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy, actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with staircases. Did you know that the Roman architect Vitruvius made clear guidelines for the construction of stairs back in 1st century BC? That's 100 years BC. He said that the stairs should have a pitch of 37 degrees. And today's staircases are fairly similar to the number laid out way back when. And what is funny is the usage and design of stairs before these kinds of standards had been laid out. Mankind had to experiment with different types of staircases: high stairs, low stairs, short stairs. And many of these stairs were very dangerous because of the construction, almost comically dangerous. Stairs leading up to fortifications were unusually high, and this was to tire out enemies that were approaching to take the fort. I remember noticing this when I was climbing this fort called Prabhalgarh in Maharashtra. The stairs were so high that we had to practically crawl up the stairs instead of walk up the stairs. Oh, and spiral staircases in castles typically turn clockwise. And this is because when a defending soldier has his sword in his right hand, he has more space to use it when he's attacking an enemy coming up the stairs, who's downstairs. And the enemy going upstairs can't use his right hand as it's now blocked in the stair wall. Like, how smart are people? Imagine using stairs as a tool to defeat your enemies. I used to hate taking the staircase. My skin used to cringe every time someone would tell me, you know what, let's take the stairs instead of the lift. In fact, I still do cringe a little every time someone says that. I mean, the lift is there for a reason. So you don't reach your meetings sweaty and huffing and puffing. But, if you are worried about this podcast talking about taking the stairs instead of taking the lift, you're in luck. I'm not going to say that at all. But having said this, stairs are a fantastic way to exercise. They are brilliant at improving your heart health, toning your legs, and getting a good sweat session going. When we think of exercise, we should try getting the most benefit in the shortest possible time. We should not have to spend hours in the gym unnecessarily. And which is why, in the past, I have spoken about just incorporating a 4-minute routine of Tabata exercises. Another way of thinking about efficiency is to use the largest muscles in the body. Being large, they have a lot of stored energy in the form of glycogen. This in turn helps regulate our blood sugar when we finally use that glycogen. And finally, in a world where we can't step out to go to a park or go to the gym, this ignored staircase in our home has become the greatest place to work out in. If your fitness levels are low and you get tired of climbing stairs, start at a slow pace and climb up the stairs. Stop to catch your breath every floor if you had to, but don't go to the point where you start breathing heavy. Once your breath calms down, start again, taking as many breaks as you want along the way. Start with just 10 minutes of this, and then slowly increase to about 20 minutes of this. If your fitness levels are good, still walk slowly. Don't rush up the stairs. And this is because we want to make the muscles work as much as possible and not use momentum to get up the stairs. Do this for again 20 minutes. If you are advanced, I want you to climb the stairs slowly for 15 minutes, and the last 5 minutes, I want you to run up the stairs. This way, you're getting the best of both worlds. If you have a pre-existing medical condition, please always ask your doctor before doing this. If you feel breathless, stop. We are not going to prove anything to anyone here. It's not about constantly pushing yourself. We are here trying to move towards a healthier life. That's all. Now to address two of the most common questions. What to do if you have knee pain? For that, please listen to the podcast titled Bad Knees and my YouTube video on the Awesome 180 channel, where I talk about exercises to get rid of knee pain. Finally, should you walk down the stairs as well? And this is more of an ethical call. If you feel you're wasting electricity by taking the lift, then don't do it. But having said which, even if you do decide to take the lift, make sure you walk down a couple of times at least, as this trains the legs and different muscles in our legs. So it's important to get both going up and coming down. I always do the stair climbs as an exercise on the days leading up to my treks. If I'm climbing a mountain, this helps a lot. And I normally put on ankle weights or wear a backpack with 5 to 6 kilos and walk up and down the stairs in my building. In fact, you could do the same thing if you find 20 minutes of walking the stairs easy. The most that I have climbed was the height of Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. And that was, I think, about 163 floors. That is 24 times my 7-floor building. So your simple habit for the stairs starts by deciding when you will use the stairs for exercise. You can either replace your morning walk or do 30 minutes of morning walk and 20 minutes of the stairs. If you don't do any exercise currently, just start by putting on your shoes and climbing the stairs. Start slow. Stop immediately if you feel any discomfort. Stairs are one of my favorite things to train with. So don't look at the stairs in your building as an annoying thing that makes you feel guilty for taking the lift. Instead, look at them as a piece of expensive fitness equipment and then just start exercising. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
I hope you enjoyed that show. I'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money. So, a great week of shows behind us, and I hope that you've been catching up on as much of it as you can. We had Abhishek Bachchan on Football Shitball. Yeah, let me say that again. Abhishek Bachchan was on Football Shitball. Did I mention Abhishek Bachchan was on Football Shitball? That was a fun episode. You should definitely check that out. Really, really deep conversation about cricket and things like that. We had Vikram Kochar on Cyrus Says, talking about the platforms and stuff like what's going on over there. On the note, Maruk had spoken to Sanjay Jha, which was again a really, really interesting conversation. On Edges and Sledges, the guys are having an interesting conversation about, well, you know, what are favorite formats of cricket and things like that. So it's just really been a really, really awesome week on the network, and please do check things out. And with that, hope to see you next week.
माणसं ना गोलगप्प्यासारखी असतात. हाय हॅलो करताना वेगळी आणि बोलताना वेगळी आणि गप्पा मारताना वेगळी, मित्र झाली की वेगळी आणि शत्रू म्हणून वेगळी, थोडक्यात दिसणारी वेगळी आणि असणारी वेगळी, कधी आंबट, कधी गोड, कधी तिखट, तर कधी चमचमीत आणि कधी कधी हॉट अँड स्पायसी सुद्धा. आणि म्हणूनच गप्पा गोल गप्पा विथ तृप्ती खामकर फक्त तुमच्यासाठी दर बुधवारी IVM पॉडकास्टच्या ऍपवर, वेबसाईटवर किंवा युट्यूब चॅनलवर सुद्धा ऐकू शकता. तुम्ही आमचा पॉडकास्ट वेगवेगळ्या पॉडकास्ट प्लॅटफॉर्मवरती ऐकू शकता. फक्त सर्च करा गोल गप्पा विथ तृप्ती खामकर आणि आमचा पॉडकास्ट ऐकत रहा.